Hey guys, it's Hire, and today we are going to be going over how to make a Magic 8 Ball in Code.org's App Lab in 8 minutes. So to get started, you're going to create a new project in the App Lab, and you'll have a workspace over here for putting in all of your code and your little phone emulator over here to see what you're making. I always like to start in the design portion first to create the look of my app. I highly recommend spending some time coming up with a paper app. So that's sitting down and drawing on a piece of paper what you want your app to look like, and then writing some pseudocode. So pseudocode is just saying out loud in like human language what you want your program to do. So take a little time, think about that. But we're going to get started making our physical app. So I know for my Magic 8 Ball, I would like to have a picture of a Magic 8 Ball, a button that you can click, and then a box where text will show up telling you predictions for your future. So I'm going to start by dragging in an image. Now, Code.org is super nice because it's really, really easy to modify the way the screen looks. So over here, the ID is going to be what this is called for as I'm putting together code. So I'm going to change the ID of this to Magic 8 image. You can't have any spaces in your IDs. And then I'm going to add a picture. I'll select choose here. I'm going to upload a file. So I just want to find a Magic 8 Ball blank image. I really like this one from Wikipedia. Since it's a PNG, if you actually go straight to the website and download it from there, you can get your Magic 8 Ball to look really nice so that the background is clear for you. All right, so we have our Magic 8. We'll hit choose. Now we've got our Magic 8 Ball. I'm going to add a button, make that big, and then finally I'm going to add a text area for my prediction to get put in. Now I do want to come in and change the theme. You can leave it default. I'm going Magic 8. I like the kind of darker look of Magic 8 Ball, so I'm going to go for Area 51. You can do whatever you want. Now this button, I'm going to leave it as button 1, but I want to change the text that appears on the button to click here for a prediction. I can change all sorts of things about this under the properties here. So I can change the color, I can change the font size. Maybe I want to make it a little bigger. I can change the alignment so it's left justify or left, right, or center aligned. I can change the border, I can change the border color, all sorts of things inside of these properties. Down in the text area box, I'm going to change this to outcome text. So that way I remember this is where my outcome text is going to go. And I'm just going to write test, test, test for now. I will be deleting that. I just want to see the size though. It's too small. So I am going to increase the size of the font. That looks good. And then I'm going to center align it. I'm going to erase the words test, test, test so it looks better. Now that I have the design ready, I am going to go from design into coding my app. When I am thinking about how I want this app to work, I know that I want to have a list of options that the Magic 8 Ball can choose from to give to the user. So I know that lists will be found under variables, and I'm going to grab this variable with the string option. So a string is a type of variable in which you store text instead of numbers. There's 3 types of variables: text, numbers, and Boolean. So string is going to store text. So for my list, I'm going to have my options. I'll do yes, no, maybe, and I'd like at least 2 more. So I'm going to hit this arrow. Then when I type these in, you'll see the first 3 all have quotation marks. So I need to add quotation marks. That tells this list that I'm continuing to add more strings to it. Ask again later. And the future is unclear. All right, so these are the 5 options I'm going to have available for my user. Now, clicking on the button is the user interacting with the app. So that is going to be found under UI controls. UI stands for user interface. So anytime the user is touching something or using something on the screen, you'll probably find it under UI controls. I want to set it up so that when the button is clicked, so I've got on event button 1 clicked, I want to tell it what to do. What I wanted to do is set the outcome text to something. So I'm going to say set the text of outcome text. And you see how I click the little drop down arrow there and I'm selecting outcome text. And right now it's going to set the outcome text to the word text. When I hit run, I can click on the box and you'll see it sets the outcome text to the word text. But I don't want that. I want it to set it to one of these 5 options. Under variable, you will see there's a place where I can grab list. And in the brackets, it has 0. So this list has an index. It starts at 0 and goes up. So computers tend to make lists starting with the number 0 instead of 1. So this is going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 for my options. So now when I hit run, it's always going to give me the option of yes, because every single time it's going to choose option 0 from the list. I can update this to option 3, and now it's going to tell me ask again later every single time. I want it to give me a random number, and I know that random number selection happens in math. So I'm going to grab random number. The lowest option I have is 0, and it goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 is the highest number I have. Now when I hit run and I click for the prediction, I'm going to get random predictions based on what I put in. I can always add another option like, of course. And all I need to do is increase this number here by 1, so that way it includes my new option. And there you go. That is how you make a Magic 8-Ball using Code.org's App Lab. I recommend that you go and rename it just to keep your project bank easy to understand. So I'm going to call this Magic 8. And then you can also share it to your phone. So you can scan this code or you can send it to your phone number, and then you can actually load the app into your phone and play with it. If you want to go see your projects, you can click My Projects, and here you are with all of your App Lab. Thanks for making a Magic 8-Ball with me. Hopefully you got some cool predictions in yours, and I'll see you in the next video.